The following program was paid for by Latino Cleveland.
This program was made possible by Global Cleveland, supporting the growth of Northeast Ohio's Hispanic community.
Este programa es hecho gracias a Global Cleveland, respaldando el crecimiento de la comunidad hispana en el noreste de Ohio.
Hola mi gente, and welcome back for another episode of Yo Soy Latino Cleveland, the only show dedicated to highlighting Northeast Ohio's Hispanic community. I'm Maya Rosario, your host, and I'm so excited you can join us this afternoon. In today's show, we'll be hearing about a wonderful scholarship opportunity for students through the Stop the Hate program. We have another episode of Idea Home Healthcare, the Carraballo Story. We will also be following Gina Velasquez into surgery in our novella Ah Si Vive Mejor. And we will be going behind the scenes with the Cavs for the first home opening game tonight. I can't wait. But first with us this morning are two very special women that I would like to welcome. Peggy Zone Fisher from the Diversity Center of Northeast Ohio and Ingrid Angel from El Barrio Workforce Center. Mm-hmm. How are you ladies?
Great.
Very good.
Thank you.
So the first question is, did we color coordinate on purpose?
I know. We did not, but our great minds think alike. When we walked in, we looked at each other and went, okay,
there's a reason for this, so it's all good.
Right. You guys came prepared.
We
That's
did,
awesome.
right.
Right. So can you tell us about the Diversity Center?
Absolutely. So the Diversity Center has been around since 1927. We began as the National Conference of Christians and Jews, and we do diversity training out in the community. We're in 9 counties in Northeast Ohio. We work with over 150 schools, over 10,000 students. We're in all major corporations doing diversity training work. And when we do it, it's not just race, it's all the pieces of diversity. Right. Gender, age, socioeconomic diversity, physical challenges, sexual orientation. And we are really the premier organization in Northeast Ohio. So if you have any issues, people and companies come to us for help.
So the program is called Lead Diversity?
Yes, we have, within the Diversity Center, we have a professional development program called Lead Diversity. And it is, you apply in the summer. It's a year-long program. You go through a selection process. And you spend about 9 months with us, a full day a month, going out into the community, doing different things. This year at our dinner, which is the big humanitarian dinner, November 19th, we always give humanitarian awards. But we also, the last 10 years, we have been giving a PWC Outstanding Lead Diversity Alumni Award. And the individual is nominated by their fellow alumni. And this year, Ingrid is receiving that award, which is really, really special.
Thank you.
So we're proud to give the award, to present the award to Ingrid.
So Ingrid, what has the Lead Diversity program done for you professionally?
A number of things. As a person who came to live to Cleveland, and just that mere fact made me feel different. I was coming from a different country. I had a different background and experience. To be able to be in a venue where other people had similar experiences without leaving Cleveland, they felt different for different reasons. I could identify myself with others and people who were in important positions in town, and so that gave me hope. Right. Second, it's an amazing network that comes out of this. It's a fraternity, a sorority of individuals who are working towards an ideal, which is diversity. And third, I think I want to say it gave me a lot of intentionality. So now I make it a purpose to include diversity in things that I do, in managing my staff, in the people that we approach to provide services in through the Centers for Families and Children, which is the organization that El Barrio is a part of.
That's amazing. That's great. So you had mentioned an event, an award.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you tell our audience about that event?
Absolutely. The dinner is November 19th. It is the largest corporate dinner in Northeast Ohio. We get close to 1,000 people. It's at the Renaissance Hotel. It's phenomenal. And all of the dollars that we raise, and that's the evening that we're giving Ingrid the PWC Outstanding Lead Diversity Alumni Award, all the monies raised at the dinner go directly to our in-school services. They help our school and youth individuals. We have lots of schools in Northeast Ohio that are struggling financially, and so the dinner helps to scholarship many of them to participate in our programs.
Well, I want to thank you so much for what you're doing in this community. We did share the information with our audience, and again, thank you and congratulations.
Thank you so much for having
Hopefully
us.
I'll be checking you out at that event. All right,
Absolutely.
ladies. Okay, so stay tuned because right after this short break, we will be joining Gina as she goes into surgery. This is the big day. You won't want to miss it, so stay tuned. Welcome back to Yo Soy Latino Cleveland. For the last several weeks, we've been following a local Latina, Gina Velasquez, in her journey of plastic surgery. And today is the big day. She is getting her breast reduction and tummy tuck. So let's go see how it goes.
Hi, my name is Gina Velasquez. I am 39 years old, a mother of two. I live on the west side of Cleveland, right in the heart, inner city. Good morning.
All right, this is the consent form for what we're doing today. You were going to sign on this first line and print on the second.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Dr. Corey. I'm the owner and founder of Corey Plastic Surgery. Typically at the day of surgery, patients show up at least 2 hours prior to the scheduled procedure. And they go through what we call, prepping the patient for surgery. So they come in, they get seen by the preoperative nursing area where they put an IV in, they check the pregnancy test, and then they go over the procedure with them again in the process.
So it's just like a rack of emotions, excited, then I go back to scared. Then I'm like, you're gonna be fine. Yeah.
I try to see every patient at least an hour before the procedure so we can go over the procedure again and I can calm them down and make sure that all their questions are addressed, prior to undergo sleep. I feel like the most important interaction between me and the patient is like an hour before the procedure, because I want them to feel that I'm there for them and I'm gonna do my best. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you feeling?
Scared.
Scared?
Nervous,
Don't worry, we're gonna
happy.
give you something to relax you and you'll be fine. Any questions?
Not off the top of my head at this time.
Okay. We're gonna take you upstairs. You're gonna go to sleep, and then we're gonna start with the surgery, and then it's gonna probably take 2.5 to 3 hours. And as soon as I'm done, I come out and talk to you and update your husband and your family, and then it takes you probably an hour, hour and a half to wake up from anesthesia.
Okay.
And after that, I'll come back and talk to you, and we'll go over the procedure and everything that was going on while you were asleep.
Okay.
After you go to sleep, we're gonna prep the area that we're gonna operate on. We're gonna start with abdominoplasty, and after we're done with your tummy, we're gonna start the breast part, and we're gonna do the breast reduction. We remove the extra breast, and then we close everything, and then you wake up.
Okay. I feel confident that he'll do well, but you just don't know until the after. Thank you.
Okay guys, this is the point. I have to separate you here and I will show you what you can carry out.
Okay.
Well, ayuda con agua, mija.
Love you.
Ayúdame, mi amor.
I'm scared.
Easy.
And the way you carry it.
No crying. I know.
Wow, I am going to cry. I can only imagine the mixed emotions she must be feeling. Next week, we will check in on Gina again to see how she feels post-surgery, so make sure you tune in. And if you've missed any of the previous episodes, you can catch them on our website, latinocleveland.com. So stay tuned, we'll be right back after this. Welcome back to Yo Soy Latino Cleveland. I'm excited to have with us now Jeffrey Allen to tell us about a great scholarship opportunity for youth. How are you?
I'm very well. It's great to be back. Thank you for having me.
No problem. So actually, when my producer shared this, I was pretty surprised. So it's called Stop the Hate.
Yes, the Maltz Museum sponsors annually, this is the 8th year, the Stop the Hate Youth Essay Contest. And we promote a inclusive and tolerant world, an accepting world through this essay. We encourage students to, in grades 6 through 12, to write a 500 or less word essay describing what they would do to stand up against bigotry, intolerance, indifference, and what action steps they would take. So we're really promoting a generation of upstanders to move to the next level of getting us past some of the bigotry and hate that are holding us back as a society.
Right, absolutely. So about how many students get involved in something like this?
Approximately 4,000 students enter this contest annually, of which 25 will be honored on April 21st at the Stop the Hate Award ceremony. The top prize for juniors and seniors is a $40,000 college scholarship.
Okay. For senior students?
For juniors or seniors.
Juniors or seniors.
$40,000 college scholarship is the top prize. And annually, over $100,000 is awarded annually to schools, cash prizes, and then scholarships for students.
Of those 4,000, is it mostly just Northeast Ohio?
It's principally Northeast Ohio. We're currently serving 12 counties, which I would encourage you to check our website, maltzmuseum.org/stopthehate to make sure that your county is one that is represented.
Okay. So how do teachers get involved? I mean, how do you get the involvement into
I'm so glad you brought that up. We have evidence from students who have won in the past that the number one reason they enter is because a teacher, a guidance counselor, a parent, or other caring adult tells you, enter this contest. It cannot be emphasized enough how important and how inclusive this contest is, and that includes parents, educators, adults in the world.
Wow, that's incredible. So how do you bring it down from 4,000 to 25?
We have a series of amazing volunteer readers who will go through the essays and give them a score, at which point that is then sent to a group of judges who then independently make that determination. And at the award ceremony, that is when the top prizes are awarded, and a part of that includes an oral presentation.
So what type of impact has this been on the children alone?
What would you do with a $40,000 college scholarship? It is a life changer for a young person. And it is a validation of taking a stand at an early age. At the time when we should be allowed to make mistakes and learn from them and move forward, what better place than when you're a young person to have that opportunity to express yourself and stand up against intolerance and bigotry. And we encourage everyone to be involved in this as well. Parents, adults, teachers, community members, business leaders, you can volunteer to be a reader for this contest. You can sign up online. You can do it with a cup of coffee and your laptop.
Wow. Okay, so what are the different age groups again?
Grades 6 through 12 are eligible to participate. The deadline for grades 6 through 10, which is one category, is December 4th at 11:59 p.m. And the category for the 11th to 12th grade, that deadline is January 22nd at 11:59 p.m.
Okay, so how do they submit?
You can submit online. Again, visit our website, maltzmuseum.org/stopthehate. That will also give you our mailing address. If you don't have access to a computer and you just need to write it out, you can send it to us and we'll make sure it gets entered into the computer for you.
Okay, great. Yeah, we do have the graphic screen. Again, you can visit the website at maltzmuseum.org. Stop the hate.
Stop the hate.
Stop the hate. That's a beautiful thing that you're doing. So congratulations. And for more information, you guys can log on to latinocleveland.com. So stick around. When we return, we will have another episode of Idea Home Health Care, the Carraballo Story to share with you. And Danny has a surprise, so stay tuned. Welcome back to Yo Soy Latino Cleveland. Bringing home an elderly or sick loved one to care for can have its challenges, as the Carraballos have found out. Luckily, they have Idea Home Health Care to help them through the process. Let's check it out.
When my dad's nurse, Lene, would come in, she would greet us, all of us, like we're a family.
I think it was really important for them that I was able to kind of be more closer to them in the aspect that we both have a Hispanic background. You know, I can speak Spanish with Mr. Carraballo because he feels most comfortable speaking in Spanish.
Hola, Don Hector, how are you?
My dad was very happy with his nurse, first of all, because she spoke Spanish, and he was able to express himself better.
Being able to tell me in his native language what he needed done, that really made an impact on his overall health.
That was very important to me, that he was comfortable with who was coming in the house.
So I think having someone you feel comfortable with, in the sense that this person knows where I come from, this person is able to understand me in my own language, really does make a leeway for the patient to get better overall. There isn't that barrier, that cultural barrier, that language barrier. They feel more comfortable. And I think feeling comfortable is what the patient needs.
I'm so glad that we have an organization like Ideal Home Healthcare who is dedicated to our Latino community and providing an in-home solution. Up next, I think Danny has a surprise for us, so let's check in with him. Danny, what's going on?
Hey Myra, I'm over here at the Cleveland Clinic Courts, spending some time with the Cavaliers and our good friend Rafa el Alcalde. We have a great interview coming up and you don't want to miss it, so stay tuned right after this. Hola mi gente, Danny Orellana here for Yo Soy Latino Cleveland, and today I'm at the Cleveland Clinic Courts, the practice facility for the Cleveland Cavaliers, with an old friend of Latino Cleveland. This is Rafa el Alcalde, the voice of the Cleveland Cavaliers en español. Rafa.
The smile still comes to my mouth when you mention that, because I still can't believe we're starting the second season as the Cavaliers en español, and we are very concentrated on trying to reach out to the community in Cleveland, and the Cavs have done a wonderful job. And tonight, the second home opener for myself, second for LeBron and I.
For us at home.
Sí, for sure. We're going to be opening at the Q, and then we're very excited about what this season could turn out to be, what it's promising to be, and I think we have the perfect pieces in place to make it a good run for the championship.
So, the voice of the Cleveland Cavaliers in español. Now, I want to touch the base on this a little bit. I know in the past you've talked a little bit before with Myra, but this initiative the Cavaliers have put together for the Latino community is very important to the Cavs and to our community as well. Can you touch a little bit more on that?
It's not only very important, but it's also very aggressive what the Cavaliers are doing. If you consider that we are only the 6th team in the NBA that broadcast the games in Spanish at home and away, and the other 5 are 2 in Florida and 3 in Texas and LA. So what the Cavaliers are trying to do is really going all in trying to reach to the Latino community. Last year was a little slow because I came in before the season opener, but this year we have a lot of plans to try to reach out to the community together with our sister station and also together with our community department, just to make sure that in terms of public relations we reach out to our community.
Okay. Now you say all in. We're very excited for this season. I know you spent a lot of time in the preseason with them. What can you tell us? Who do we look out for? Who are the sleepers? Let us know.
Well, the good thing about it is that we have Kevin Love back. He injured himself in the 4th game of the Boston series back in April, and he was out the rest of the postseason. He went through rehab. He signed with the team. That was one of the questions I think everybody had in mind. He's staying with us. He's signed for a few years, so he's coming back. He played a couple of preseason games. For all the fans that think or say that the preseason doesn't count or is not for anything, I think it's very important. Not only because Kevin Love is back, LeBron Braun is back. Kyrie and Iman Shumpert will start in the injured list to start the season, but we have 3 newcomers that should help a lot in terms of like holding the fort until the whole team is together. You know, Richard Jefferson, a veteran of over 15 years, will be coming off the bench, helping giving LeBron some rest. Also, we'll have the return of somebody very loved in Cleveland, Mo Williams, who was a Cavalier when the Cavs went to the finals the first time. He's back to play the point guard position. And we have Sasha Kaun, a big guy, one of the best defensive players in basketball in Europe, so he'll be with us. So 3 new members of the team for now, and then also we have the cast of characters that we have last year that we made a great run to the title, and hopefully, according to the general managers, the majority of them think the Cavs will win the title, and we are really hoping that this is the year that we bring the title to Cleveland.
So who do we play in the finals this year?
Well, they say it's a rematch, but you know the West is going to be very difficult because the Warriors are the Warriors. The Spurs really loaded up in the offseason. You have the Rockets, the Grizzlies, the Clippers. You know, there's a lot of teams that are going to fight. It's not that the Cavs are going to have it easy, supposedly in the East, but the West is a little loaded in terms of that. So it could be the Warriors because they have the returning MVP coming back to the season.
So we'll just let them battle it out, and we'll see them in the finals.
Exactly.
But I want to thank you for spending some time with us.
Great to be here.
And for those of you at home who want to catch up a little bit more on Rafa, you can log on to LatinoCleveland.com, and you can check out the past interview with Myra. So make sure you guys stay locked to WKYC Channel 3 for more Yo Soy Latino Cleveland right after this.
Go Cavs.
All in.
Welcome back to Yo Soy Latino Cleveland, and thank you for joining us today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and that you will join us again next week for another great episode. You can always check us out on LatinoCleveland.com. Join us next week for another great episode right here on WKYC Channel 3. Have a great weekend, mi gente.